I remember in high school reading a book about the Holocaust. I think it was Schindler's List that described the technique a certain person used to make it look like he was no longer circumcised. So circumcision, I grew up in America where Jews and non-Jews were both circumcised, but of course in Europe it was not that way. Jews really stood out because of circumcision, and it was very much a way that the Nazis would use to find out if somebody was Jewish or not Jewish, to see if they were circumcised. So you had Jews who were trying to live through the war and hide and disguise themselves, and so the circumcision could be a real liability. So there was this technique that kind of gruesome, I'm not going to go through it, about how somebody could stretch the skin to make it look like they were not circumcised. Now on Daf 72 of Yevamot, they discuss exactly this, not the technique so much, but the practice, and ask the question, like, what's the result? How does this come out? Like, we're commanded to be circumcised. Now, these people were circumcised. The part that needed to be cut off was cut off. But then they stretched the outside skin to make it look like they were not. So do we say that this person is circumcised and what happened is cosmetic, but it's not really the foreskin that is still there? Do we say, no, like, you're expected to appear circumcised, you don't, therefore it's like you've undone the circumcision and you're no longer considered to be circumcised? The answer is kind of in between, in that it says that a non-circumcised person is not able to eat from truma, this special food given to the Kohen. But it says that stretching their skin so it looks like you're uncircumcised does not actually stop you from eating the truma, which is a Torah rule. So from the Torah side, you're okay. At the same time, the rabbis decided, you know what, we don't want people making it look like they're uncircumcised. And circumcision exists for a reason. You should look like you're Jewish. And I think they would have been very understanding for those who did such things during the Holocaust in order to survive execution. But in general, they still wanted to avoid it. So they made a law against doing this, about stretching the skin to make you look uncircumcised, but pointed out that it doesn't actually, from a Torah standpoint, remove your circumcision. You're still allowed to do everything that a circumcised person can do, such as eating truma. So it's a bit of a middle ground there. And I hope we never again live in a world where Jews need to make it look like they're uncircumcised in order to look out for their lives.